Pop quiz. Which sequence best describes how scientists tackle an environmental problem? That's right. It starts with a scientific assessment and ends with long-term management. In this video, you'll see how scientists and communities turn complex problems into step-by-step pathways. We'll build a model, apply it to a real case, and spotlight common pitfalls along the way. Solving environmental problems takes more than good intentions. It takes a structured scientific pathway. That pathway starts with gathering evidence, moves to estimating risk, brings in the public, translates into policy, and finishes with long-term monitoring and management. So, how does this pathway work in practice? Let's start with step 1, scientific assessment. This is where we observe, ask testable questions, form hypotheses, collect samples, run experiments, and analyze data. For example, if birds are dying, we examine carcasses, test tissues, survey habitat, and check potential agents, such as toxins, pathogens, or habitat stressors. This is followed by step 2, environmental risk assessment. Once the likely cause and possible solutions are identified, the next step is to estimate the probability and severity of harm to people, wildlife, and ecosystems, both if we do nothing and if we intervene. We compare scenarios to guide safer choices. For example, investigations suggest a fungal outbreak on decaying wood, plus secondary toxin exposure from contaminated runoff. The risk assessment weighs leaving the fungus, leading to continued mortality and possible human respiratory risk, against removal options such as targeted fungicide or habitat cleanup, each with its own side effects. But here's a common misconception. If a problem feels urgent, we should skip straight to action. However, policy without evidence often backfires, causing more harm than good. So far, we've covered step 1, evidence, and step 2, risk, the scientific core that informs everything else. Curious how much you're remembering? Your personalized practice test, flashcard set, and study guide are all waiting for you. Just tap the link now and keep watching. Future you will thank you. Now, let's extend the pathway into step 3, public engagement. This is where we share findings in plain language, present options with trade-offs, and listen. Importantly, ignoring community knowledge can mean missing local clues and lowering compliance with any solution. Next, step 4, political action. Here, decision makers translate evidence and public input into regulations, permits, funding, or emergency measures. In our forest case, for instance, that might include restricted access, targeted remediation, and runoff controls, aligned with environmental law and best practice. Finally, we reach step 5, long-term environmental management. At this stage, we monitor outcomes. Watch for edge cases such as seasonal fungus spikes and impacts on non-target species and adapt as needed. If data show unintended harm, methods are revised. Because in science, management is iterative, not one and done. With all 5 steps in place, let's see the model in action. First, consider an algal bloom. We begin by assessing nutrients and temperature. Then, we estimate the risk to drinking water and fish. Next, we engage stakeholders, after which the policy acts through runoff limits. Finally, we monitor clarity and oxygen to track recovery. Now, let's turn to a second case, smog. Here, we assess emissions and weather, then estimate the health risks. After that, we engage communities, which leads to policy action by setting thresholds. And just like before, the process ends with monitoring, this time by tracking air quality indices. But a caution here. Not all evidence is equal. Relying on single data points can mislead. Instead, full data sets, uncertainty ranges, and peer review keep decisions robust and transparent. To recap, the scientific pathway runs step by step. Gather evidence, estimate risk, involve people, make policy, and keep monitoring. When new data arrive, iterate, because evidence guides action and action keeps learning. That loop is how science protects ecosystems and communities. Now that you've watched the video, let's see how much you remember. Head to the link in the description where you'll find Quizlet content made just for you.